Good morning. Aloha from Florida. So let's talk about the star trails for a moment. They only make sense, as everything does, on our enclosed electrical topographical stationary plane that we like to call flat Earth. I'm beginning to call it true Earth more than flat Earth because flat Earth gets tagged everywhere with the algorithms and the internet. So starting to use the word true Earth more. But here, let's talk about the star trails. For some of you, you don't know star trails. What's that? You don't even know what the star trails are. Okay, so if somebody sets up a camera, points it at the sky, and does a time-lapse photography, it's a lot of little tiny photos put together, and you look at what you see in the sky, they all circle around Polaris in the northern hemisphere. Yes, I said hemisphere, as in there's a dome over us, half of a sphere. This northern hemisphere is closer to the center, north of the equator. The southern hemisphere is south of the equator, out over the Tropic of Capricorn, which is ironically where we are right now with the winter solstice. Is today or tomorrow? But anyway, the winter solstice is happening. I'll be doing a little celebration about that at my house. And let's get back to star trails. Star trails are only possible on the flat Earth. They are not possible on a spinning, rotating, revolving, tilting, wobbling globe. Think about this, please, because this is an argument that people want to use or try to use to defend their belief in the globe religion. The stars make perfect patterns year after year for all of recorded history. Next year, you go out and look at the stars like you would tonight, and they'll be in the same place because they reset themselves. Everything in the sky moves over us in circuits or cycles or patterns, perfect patterns, almost like a divinely inspired clock. But these star trails, never do you see one or two stars going east or west, north or south, independently of the other stars. They all move at the exact same time in perfect unison. Well, Keith, that's because we're on a ball and the ball is spinning. Okay, please listen. If the Earth were only rotating and not revolving, then maybe your belief would have a little bit of validity. But the fact that the heliocentric hypothesis claims that the Earth is rotating and revolving, and a couple of other motions we don't even need to talk about, because just two motions would make the night sky and the star trails impossible to happen in perfect patterns night after night for all of recorded history. It could not happen at all. So the star trails absolutely prove the Earth is stationary and the sky is moving over us, as every ancient culture knew. Vika and I and Gene, a few of us, we researched dozens of ancient cosmologies. All of them depicted the Earth as an enclosed system with a flat level plane in the middle that we live on. All of them. Oh, you think NASA figured it out now and now we're right in the last 120 years? Oh, Keith, people have known the Earth is a ball for 2,500 years now. Really? And yet the Antikythera mechanism that's allegedly 2,000 years old works perfectly with a geocentric flat and stationary Earth system. It's a false claim, guys, for those of you who want to buy the bullshit that people 2,000 years ago knew the Earth was a globe. No one knew the Earth was a globe 2,000 years ago. It's only really been in the last 150 years or so that this idea has been really put forward. Even your globe gods from 500 years ago, and Kepler and Copernicus and Galileo, all of them, those are cool stories. You can't even prove the existence of any of them. Even the book, the laws of motion, please. It's not a law, it's an opinion, it's a belief. Laws of planetary motion. Okay, here's one final nail in the globe coffin for the star trails. And that is airplane trails, jet trails during the time lapse of the star trails. Guess what? It's a perfectly straight line. How could that be? If the Earth is spinning, why would the airplane have a perfectly straight line? It wouldn't. The airplane trail, the jet trail, would be a huge curve across the sky as it flies straight and level if the Earth were rotating. But the star trails that we see when the airplanes are flying through them while the time-lapse photography is happening, the jet trails are perfectly straight because they are flying straight and level over a stationary Earth. The sky is rotating in a perfect clock-like pattern over our heads, just as we see night after night, year after year, and it can only happen, it only makes sense on flat Earth. Nothing makes sense on the globe. Nothing works on the globe because there is no globe. I kind of rambled a little bit today, but that's enough. Have a good one. God bless.